What's up guys, it's Nick with Texas Reaper BBQ, and today we're going to season the new Big Wood cabinet smoker and see how long it'll run on one load of charcoal. Check it out. Alright, so our target temp today is going to be 250 degrees, but before we get to that, we're going to pull out all of our grates, all the internals, and get everything sprayed down with some oil to get a good seasoning on it. And I'm planning on running it for about 3 hours at 250 degrees, and then we'll just keep on letting it run to see how long that charcoal lasts. All right, so here we go. Let's pull out all our internals. Let's pull out all the cooking grates here. Pull out the water pan, the diffuser plate, and the charcoal basket and ash pan. And we're gonna spray everything down. All right, so quick feature on this cooker. I didn't realize it from watching some of the other videos on YouTube, but the dampers on the side, one of them opens up towards the front of the cooker. The other one opens up the back side of the cooker. Pretty slick. So I set up my charcoal basket so it would actually, you know, I'll put my lit charcoal here, and hopefully I'll get a consistent slow burn all the way through and maintain that 250 degrees. All right, y'all, I think we're there. How long did that take? 37. All right, so let me get this thing out of the way. Get this back on here, and we'll dump our charcoal in. That's pretty warm. I got a probe on the bottom, probe on the top. Here's where we're starting at. All right, so our official start time, can y'all see that? Just so you can see how I'm running it. Right now I got the top vent wide open. Can you see that? Bottom vent on the left side is closed. Bottom vent on the right side is wide open right now. All right, guys, it's been right at an hour, and let's see, we're about, I don't know, 10, 12 degrees from our target temp on the front temp gauge here. Running quite a bit warmer by my digital probes. So probe number 1, that's the top grate, and probe 2 is the bottom grate. And it's time to go ahead and start backing this guy off. Hopefully I didn't wait too long. I'm gonna close it down to about, I don't know, ½ inch open. All right, we'll see you guys here in about an hour. All right, so we're right at the 2-hour mark. Let me show you what we got. We're sitting just a tish over 250, 251, maybe 252 on the gauge. And then I got my digital probes in there. Top rack showing 305, bottom rack showing 273. Some adjustments that I made, and we're kind of locked in now. I got it about, I don't know, 3/8 of an inch open on that one side. The other side's closed, and my top vent is that much open, whatever that is. That side's closed. So at this point, I want to say it took about an hour and 20 minutes to get to the point where I hit 250 on that temp gauge on the front. So now I'm kind of curious to know how fast this thing recovers after you open it. So let's see what we got. That one there, that's probe number 1. That's probe number 2 there. All right, let's see how it reacts. I definitely dropped the temp on my probes. The door, of course, dropped way down. And we'll check back in here in a little bit and see how it reacted. Okay, so it's been a little over 7 minutes and it has recovered. We're almost right back to where we were before we opened the door. All right, I'll update y'all at the 3-hour mark. Okay, so we've made it to the 3-hour mark, and focus, there you go. So again, the external temp gauge still reading about 250 degrees, and we're starting to kind of level out. So the top rack showing 287 degrees, the bottom rack showing 264 degrees. Let me show you how I'm running it now. I closed down that top damper a bit more, and I'm pinched down on the side, maybe about 1/4 of an inch open. Let's see how much charcoal we got left after 3 hours. Just take a gander at it. A little over, I'd say about 1/3 of the charcoal is gone, or still burning actually, but we still got a lot of fuel left in there. All right, we'll check back in at the 4-hour mark. All right, here we are at the 4-hour mark. My front temp gauge has dropped down about 240 degrees. My probes are looking at, let's see, 296 on the top, 257 on the bottom rack. Still running it at about 1/4 of an inch open on one damper, and right where we left it at the last check-in. All right, so 4 hours total. 3 hours, at temp, or a little over 3 hours. But this is about how long I would normally run it to season a pit. So let's see what it looks like on the inside. Got some color there. Looks like we got some oil that dripped down into the water. And our water pan, probably, I don't know, a little under halfway. Looks like we're doing good there. Got a little bit of color on the door. I better get a glove on for this. Let's take a look. Let's see how we're doing. How much of this? A lot of that's just ash now. on the right side. Let's get it out a little further. Man, I still got quite a bit of fuel left. I'll let the clock tick and see how long it'll run. I wonder if I should cook something on here. I got a lot of fuel left. All right, everybody, we're hitting the 5-hour mark. And we are sitting a little over 240 on the temp gauge. And top grate on the probe is showing 305, bottom grate 217. There is a large gap between the top and bottom racks, but I added some extra thermal mass inside there. A rack of pork spare ribs in there because I had to. You'll notice that smoke cleaned up a lot. So after that oil, you know, that PAM that I sprayed on the inside, after it all burned in and got where it needed to be, all that smoke stopped. So now I just got good clean heat running out of it, and it ought to make for good food. But super excited to see how this thing turns out. Didn't do anything special to the ribs, you know, just a little bit of seasoning on there, threw it in there, and some stuff that I like, and we'll see how it comes out. Tell you what, let me go ahead and just check real quick. Oh, I still got a bunch of fuel in there. Okay, we're at the 6-hour mark. We're still going strong. Let's see how much I got left after 6 hours. It's hot, it's hot, it's hot. Okay. I would say we got a little over a quarter left that's not ashed over. All right, so we're 7 hours in. It's just a little after 6:30. Let's take a look, see where we're at. Reading 240 degrees. Here's what our probes are saying. 300 top, 224 on the bottom grate. Again, still got the ribs in there. Still got about, I'm about a half inch open. And I'm running the top vent right there. Still got quite a bit of fuel left. We'll see you at the 8-hour mark. It's 7 o'clock. The ribs have been on for 3 hours. I'm going to pull them out and wrap them. Good enough. Today we used Big Papa Smokers Hallelujah Jalapeno and Boar's Night Out White Lightning. One more hour and those should be ready to eat. 8 hours in, guys. Still chugging right along. I like how easy it is to run this thing. 320 top rack, 253 bottom rack. And that's what we want to see. We'll see you at the 9-hour mark. Okay guys, it's 8:38. It's the 9-hour mark. Still chugging along, 250 degrees. I did take the ribs out at 8 o'clock, so the differential, let's see if it'll focus in. That differential has tightened back up, so we're 32 degrees apart from the top rack and the bottom rack. Tell you what, let's look at how much charcoal we have left. That whole left side still needs to burn. I'm sure we can get another 2 hours out of that, no problem. All right, let's see how it goes. All right, last update for the night. It's 9:37. We made it to the 10-hour mark, and it's still rocking and rolling. In fact, it came up to about 275 degrees because I haven't messed with it in the past hour. Let me show you how much charcoal is left. I did move the charcoal around. a little bit after the 9-hour mark. Look at that. All that fuel we got left. I ended up going to bed at 10 o'clock that night because I had to wake up for work the next morning, but my wife did get up at 1 o'clock to take the dogs out, and she said it was still running at 250 degrees. So that's over 13 hours of cook time on 8 pounds of charcoal. And that's super impressive. So Big Wood, you guys knocked it out of the park on this one. I look forward to doing some competition style barbecue on it. And folks, that's all I got for this video, so I'll see you on the next one. Bye.